guys, welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. It's been a while since we played. I hope you guys are doing well. And let's see what our day brings and what new mysteries and cryptids and whatever we unlock today. Okay, your phone buzzes on the table. Kanika, you're old. These are those things, right? Kanika sends a picture of a pair of ditchlings by the side of the road. Oh, goodness. I saw them again, too. Another picture this time of them staring from a tree. Ooh, that looks so creepy. What the fuck? These things are definitely not hairless monkeys or raccoons or whatever. I don't know what the hell they are. I guess there's more of them being here than the mine collapse? No way, I'm sleeping tonight. You think about looking out the guest room window, but at this point you're too exhausted to leave your bed. The adrenaline from the evening is finally wearing off, replaced by a creeping exhaustion that threatens to overwhelm you. Your limbs feel heavy, your eyelids slipping down over your eyes, even as you stare down at the ominous pictures on your phone. If it weren't for the pit of dread boiling in your stomach, you would have almost feel comfortable as you settle in between the covers, your tired bones sinking into the decrepit mattress. Can't speak today. When you close your eyes, your thoughts drift to Alexis and Becca, terrified and alone, if not already dead. Your eyes shoot back open, your heart pounding as the door to your room swings open. Just the cat. It's always just the cat. I wonder why she's visiting us. Don't read into this. The women kicked me out. Just want a warm place to sleep. It's nice to see another living being, even one as unfriendly as Tabitha's cat. The comfort of her presence sets your mind at ease, and you finally slip into a deep sleep. Oh no. What's happening? Are we dreaming? Alright. Sleepwalking, maybe? Maybe a lucid dream? This looks more like a lucid dream situation. This is the end of episode 2. So we're definitely going to episode 3. Let's proceed, if we dare. Saving this one for now. Great. And then let's return. Okay, let's just do it once more, just in case, as they do say now. Nah, I don't think we need a recap. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as dull aches of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. You manage to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the shore mine still stuck to your skin. I think I'm going to take a shower. Today, definitely. You step into the guest bathroom and into the shower. The water is hot and, surprisingly enough, clean. As steam fills your lungs and soot washes down the drain. You think about Duke and the image of him lying there slumped against a tree with half his head blown off. You've done here. You turn off the faucet and dry yourself off. Time to start your day. Let's check on Dustin first. Our little critter. There are 2 of them now. He doesn't seem happy though. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend? Her name, Mom. She come to visit. Hi, Dustin, Mom. Got to stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, human, for taking care of my boy. What happened to your glass house? Also, Squatter move in. Get Dustin, Mom out. Okay. Squatter tried to eat Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but Squatter not evil. It's just try to survive, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn. I gotta go. Bye. Okay. That's that. You hold your breath and approach the window, bedroom window. After finding that bootprint and viscera in the garden yesterday, you can't help but anticipate something staring back at you. It's the same view. Turn back to the guest bedroom. Guest room. Every time you see that door, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? Not actually say for sure. I think so. That's enough of this closet. You turn back to the guest room. Pull out your phone and open up your group chat with Stella and Kanika. Morning, how are you guys holding up? It's probably a bit before you get a response. Let's head downstairs. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. You enter the kitchen and find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Farfar girl really glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best she can. You have to imagine that the fresh face in the kitchen is Janie. Tabitha did mention that she comes in on Wednesdays to clean. Vile woman, destroying the natural order of my kitchen. Tabitha's gaze swirls from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Hey Tabitha, how's it going? My men have been working around the clock to dig those 2 teenagers out of my mines. Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got errand to run in town, and every time I've left you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening. So you're coming with me. Okay then. Sure, I'll meet you outside. Given your track record, if I let you out of my sight, you'd probably just disappear into the wilderness, only to return in the middle of the night after burning down the city hall. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you ready to leave, Janie approaches from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatient, tapping her foot. Oh, Karen, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I heard about it from Miss Tabitha, mentioned it just now. And then I heard it again. I just wanted to say I'm so sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for those poor kids. I can't imagine how scared they must be. It's been nice meeting you, but I've got to go bounce. Bye, Jamie. Alrighty then, be safe out there, you two. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful. Your cousin, unsurprisingly, more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. After everything that's happened the past 2 days, it's nice just to go on an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn as the door of the general store bursts open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Oh, other people and their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. I'm losing it if Miles were my brother. Yeah, you probably would be. Come on already, let's go. Yeah, but he's there every day, and I know he comes in to see you every now and then, so I hardly think Mr. Tremaine not coming into the diner for one day is something to worry about. Well, if you say so. See you around, Sybil. You have a good one, dear. Tabitha, long time no see. Feels like you make it all the way down to Main Street. Okay. Hey, I'm sure it goes without saying, but I just wanted you to know that all of us over here at the diner really feel for you. Anything you need, just let us know, okay? What? Avery nods politely and then leaves without saying another word. Who the hell was that? That was Avery, Tabitha. From the diner? Okay, sure. Anyways, it's not important. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. It's a new blend ready? It's a new blend ready. Of course. Kyron, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. He remains silent. Be civil while we're gone, Miles. Miles rolls his eyes. Sybil mentions to Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. You walk up to the door of the tea room to listen in. Substall. Longer than you'd hoped, but Sybil paused for a moment later, and you hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. If she and Tabitha resumed their discussion, their voices are too soft for you to hear. It isn't long before the tinkling of the bells interrupts your attempts to listen to the session to announce another patron. Oh, excuse me. But you're Kyron, aren't you? My name is Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. I'm so sorry for your loss. Thank you. The policeman said he might just be out hunting somewhere, but me and my mama both know that he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about it. I'm trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him were supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now he's gone, and as of this morning, so is she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my dad. You was right, they're right. Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? I don't think you want to see him like that. It's really bad. I'm a farm boy, blood don't bother me none. I just want to find my daddy, even if he's like one of them horror movie monsters. He's still my daddy, and he shouldn't be out in them woods where any animal can take a piece of him. Have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Not really, no. But I've been awful busy with everything that's still been happening. Them chickens keep disappearing though. Is Big Betty one of your chickens? Nah, she ain't a chicken. Big Betty is our prize pumpkin. She was a big lady too. I expect she was at least 2,000 pounds. Not too easy to move something like that. Could be she rolled off down the hill, but I can't be looking for her just yet. What with everything else going on. He died on the northwest edge of town, off the Aspina Trail. Thank you, Kyron. I appreciate you trying to help out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about her, Mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. The phone buzzes. Oh my god, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast. If you all want to go swing by, can swing by. Otherwise, meet at library and figure out plan. I think I'm good. I just had a big fight, not really hungry, gonna chill in my van for a while if you wanna hang out though. Otherwise, see you guys at the library. We have plenty of time before dinner at Reese's house. I was actually hoping she would disappear so that we can disappear as well. It doesn't take long to make your way to Stella's house. You take a deep breath and yell at the top of your lungs, "Hi, Stella!" Your shout is immediately met by a yelp of an excited Gretchen. "She's here, Stella! She's here!" An exhausted Stella groggily stares at you from the doorway. Hey, sorry, I'm a bit of a mess. I guess I slept in a lot. Give me a minute to finish getting dressed and I can make us some breakfast. And I haven't had any yet, so that's good. Stella talks from this other room as she changes. What are you feeling for breakfast? Pancakes, eggs and biscuits? Maybe just a classic scramble? I also have toasted waffles if that's more your speed. I may have already had my breakfast, but that won't stop me from partaking in whatever scraps may fall on the floor, of course. Can't go wrong with a scramble. Definitely. Who knows how long it will take us to bust Oscar's ghost tonight. We'll need all the protein we can get to sustain ourselves. We can even make them together. I used to have a jumpsuit just like Stella's, but I'm afraid mine has been torn to shreds from years of use. Alright, let's get started. Is the jumpsuit because you go something later? Yep. This used to be my lucky get-up from the back when I did ghost hunting videos. Thought I guess you might call it unlucky since I've never actually seen a ghost. But hey, after the past couple of nights, maybe we could use a bit of bad luck. A kind of bad luck where we don't find anything, of course. Don't want to jinx us. Should we start on food? I'm starving. I know there are a ton of methods for making good scramble. Like sure, some folks like crack the eggs right into the pan, but I always like to have them add to my components lined up before turning them on. So I mix the eggs into a bowl with milk and seasonings, like a 4x4 folders taught me. If you want to chop up some extras to throw in, I've got some fun options. Stella lays out a spread of ingredients. Mushrooms, bell peppers, onion, garlic, sausage, links, bacon. Oof, they all sound nice. You gather up a few choice veggies and the breakfast meat and get to chopping. Anyway, seems like you've got an earlier start than I did today. Anything interesting happen while I was asleep? Did Tabby give you a hard time? I don't suppose there's any news from the mines. When I talked to Tabitha this morning, it sounded like they're still digging. So they'll still be digging all week. Those poor pups. Even if that Becca deserves a comeuppance, I'm so glad the two of you got out of that cave. I guess there's not much we can do other than wait. Exactly. They'll probably be out of there in no time. I know Tabby said it'll take all week, but when we left last night, the crew has already made it pretty far into the entrance. I'm sure it won't be that much longer until the whole thing gets sorted out. How are you still so positive after everything that's happened? Different people cope in different ways. I know there's nothing I can do about the situation, so I just try not to think about it. If I did, I might sink into the pit of despair and then I'd just be useless. But if I just tuck it all away, I can be there for people who need me. Thanks, Stella. I appreciate the support. You got it. She pauses for a moment. So, ghost hunting. Are you pumped? Whatever happens, I hope it's scary. I'm craving that adrenaline rush. You must be having a great week then. A non-stop thrill ride. If there's a ghost, I hope it tries to communicate with us instead of scare us. I want to know what it's like to be dead, or if there are more ghosts out there. And hey, if there's anything like any of the other ghost hunts I've ever been on, it'll be much appreciated. Breathe. Unless you count Tommyknockers as ghosts. Or Wayne. Well, if you all are excited, count me in on the enthusiasm. It's probably time to start the first round of ingredients. A nice balance of meat and veggies for our balanced breakfast. Stella slides the ingredients from the cutting board into the pan. They sizzle, the aroma of cooking onions and bacon filling the air. Thanks for coming over, by the way. It gets lonely here sometimes. I'm surprised to hear they say that, but it's true. It's so nice to finally see her have a caller again. So, how many people get to that I can talk to animals? Is there anything you'd like to ask, Richard? Stella stopped what she was doing for a moment to reflect on your offer. Now isn't that the most fascinating prospect? What would I ever have to say? And about what? You know, that's an extremely generous offer, but I don't know if I want to pass my relationship with my dog through a translator. It's definitely not that I don't trust you. We've only known each other for a few days, and you already mean a lot to me. It's just, I almost wonder if driving into that too deeply would permanently change my relationship with her. If the week ends and you go home and I've grown too reliant on you, your powers, what if things don't go back to normal with her? I definitely want to hear her input on the current events. I just don't know if I want to rewrite everything else. I must admit that after hearing her thoughts, I very much feel the same way. I can't imagine permanently changing something so fundamental to my relationship with my dear Stella. I know that's probably wild coming from your resident supernatural hunting friend, but Gretchen holds a special place in my heart. And you and mine, Stella. So we're actually going to meet Reese today, right? Heck yeah, we are. If Dr. Kelly tries to turn us away again, we can just sneak in. Nothing will stand in the way of us and friendship. What's he like? I'm not about to ruin a cool and mysterious introduction by telling you. I think you'll like it. His mom got it rough. Yeah, I can't imagine being in her shoes. Her whole life is taking care of him at this point, you know. How's the food coming? Funny you should ask. Looks like we're done here. And with that, breakfast is served. If the two of you wouldn't mind saving me just a couple of scraps, that meal smells absolutely delectable. Hope you're hungry. I'm so glad you came over today. I've been having a little bit of a hard time sleeping the past couple of nights. I'm sure you can relate. I think I needed a nice slow morning like this, just hanging out with you. As you and Stella start to dig in, you're interrupted by a phone alarm sounding off. Oh shoot, I almost forgot. It's Mayor Jimmy Lee Day. Is they even still doing it after last night? I wonder how far the news has spread. Either way, it's a good excuse to meet up with Oscar and start talking ghosts. Gretchen scoffs at the mention of Mayor Jimmy. Mayor Rear End. My rear end. I certainly have never voted for him. is meeting the mayor such an exciting event to you? He's just a politician. How charming can he be? You'll see. Let's finish up and head on over. I'll make sure to bring some biscuits for the mayor. Biscuits? I can't believe Stella bringing the good stuff for the lowlife. Biscuits? But we didn't make biscuits. Don't worry about it. Shall we? You and Stella make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in the corner of the main foyer. Now we're just waiting on Kanika. Thank God we have something to do this morning. My family's been driving me nuts. Yes, the whole of the gang is here. I've been waiting to introduce Karen to the mayor for like the entire time I know her. I've never gotten to introduce someone to the mayor before. It'll be worth it. Trust us. All right, shall we? Yep, he's a dog. You can tell by the dog is the mayor from the little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him. Almost as if he knows the position of authority has been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man behind his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out a paw as if to shake your hand. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pats and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has been best interest at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. He's a dog, and you're an ape. And yet here I am, the big dog in charge. He's the mayor. I'm so glad no one ruined the surprise. This town has had a dog as a mayor since the early 1900s. That's just how we do things around here for some reason. It's the best part of living in Scarlet Hollow, besides the nature. And all my friends and Winnie's biscuits. Oh, and the close-knit small town community, of course. But having a dog mayor is close fifth, no contest. Now, is there something I can help you with? You're not one of my constitutes. I'd like to make sure I spend plenty of time with the voters. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. The mayor scoffs. Off duty, the services you render for me are more important than your police work. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut here. You remain silent, unsure of what to say about the political realities of life in Scarlet Hollow. In all of my commanding presence, it's all very nice, but there are actual voters waiting outside. Now, you wait a minute here, you little runt. We're not going anywhere until you give us answer. The mayor sighs. I take this is about the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. There's a tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? You're very well spoken. I can see how that you got elected. Not just the fancy words that get you elected, human. It's hard work, dedication, and that unspoken charisma that carries a true leader to victory. Scraps and Daisy put up a good fight, but I just had something that they lacked. The humans knew it, the dogs knew it, well, most of the dogs. There are still a few hearts I never won. Gaze followed briefly on Gretchen, who huffily turns away. I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you, putting on a show in front of your adoring fans, while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean up it all for you. We know you're finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow. Now, Miss Gretchen, there's no need. Scraps never would have let these things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back waiting for the humans to notice, letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know I almost lost my life to those things the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were old dogs, and fair to me to assume that simply went to the big farm upstate. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. He remained silent, deciding instead of letting Gretchen speak her piece. Scraps would have been out of those woods at a first sign of trouble, tearing out the throats of any creature who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Gretchen squirmed themselves are straight into the Mayor Jimmy. Hey, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think now's a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. These two are never been able to get along. Karen, you gotta fill me in on their feud later. I've always been curious about why Gretchen gets so fussy near Mayor Jimmy. He didn't want to know. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingrate! Never do well! You dog! Kaniko's quick to follow. It looks like that everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take you're Kyron? Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. I should go. It was nice meeting you, though. Of course, if you find yourself in need of counseling or spiritual guidance, you know where to find me. That sounds lovely. Thank you. Really? Oh, that's great. Sorry, I just don't usually get positive responses when I ask folks if they want to come up to the church. Anytime that works for you, you swing by. I'm sure I'll be around. It was lovely to meet you, and you have a blessed day, Karen. The pastor leaves you and you joins the line to see the mayor. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. You find them already talking to Oscar deeper into the library. Are you sure we can't just get over with while the sun is up? I don't know if I can handle getting scared shitless in the dark 2 nights in a row. I wish we could, especially since I'm not particularly excited about going back in there after dark either, but I'm pretty sure it only comes out when the sun goes down. Yeah, there's no way I'm going in until the spirit is at full power. I want to be sure to get best evidence possible. This could be my one shot to get real proof of ghosts. I'm not going to waste it just because I'm impatient. Y'all know you're going to be death of me. And you're sure there's nothing we can do for Rosalina right now? I don't think so. She's been locked up in the back room all day, hasn't been very interested in talking to anyone. I think it's best we can do is to stick to the plan. Ghost bust the house, clean, and give her a real bed to sleep in tonight. I just hope it's possible to get rid of this thing. This is a pretty serious ghost infestation. Is that what you'd call something like this? I believe it's called a haunting, but ghost infestation also sounds good. I suppose we're the ghost hunters, so we can call it whatever we want. Anyways, I'll be bringing all the ghost hunting supplies anyone could ever need, so we should be set on preparations. The only thing you'll need to bring is an open mind. Don't worry, Oscar, we'll fix this. Heck yeah, we will. Yeah, whatever this is, we'll get to the bottom of it tonight. Thanks, Gus, I really appreciate it. Well, if we're not going to hunt now, I guess we should head over to Reese's. Absolutely, come on, Kyron, time to go bother our friend. I'm gonna get back to it. See you all tonight. Time to go. Alright, shall we head on out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of the Kelly residence. A cold hesitation grips you as the building's history looms over you from the hilltop. A refurbished Civil War hospital and tuberculosis clinic would be a strange and difficult place to live during the best times. You can only imagine the challenge of living there with a severe chronic illness. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? It's too late. The door swings open. Hey! Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Kyron, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the Kyron updates. My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella, and you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I didn't know we've gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella, we can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy chew-dog jerkies stashed away. The gall, the gumption, this is a violation of my rights. You go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tucks Stella away towards her van. You keep her safe from that monster, Kyron. You hear? You don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella. Well, what about you, Kyron? Are you coming in? Oh, sure. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortable, tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner, rolls baking in the oven, and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you're wandering in a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance. So the only thing that left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. Well, I still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt I could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you do get up to. Cool. We'll be downstairs. We'll just be downstairs. You won't have even know we're here. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to a studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from the piles at the corners of the room, hiding behind bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls and paint, sneering out at their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. So has Stella told you about everything that's been happening the past couple of days? Every detail. I wish I could have seen some of it myself, but you know, gestures and futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. That's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we're here talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I didn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. He pulls a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. Stella, what does it mean? They've been lurking around here though. I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are gonna be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think is going on with Wayne? Who? You know, that guy who's been following Chiron around being all ominous. Oh yeah, that's Slasher Creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he gives that's going on. Here's hoping he doesn't live up to the look for all our sakes. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here has a tiny cave too. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time, and some real jerks that were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we're free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she's a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. Maybe to you, the way she used to look at me, you'd think I'd rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here. Thought to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. Your art. There sure is a lot of it. Yeah, it's kind of a compulsion. Being stuck down here all the time can be pretty frustrating. My emotions have nowhere to go, so they just work and grow inside of me and pick apart from within. But when it gets bad, I just pick up a paintbrush and let them flow over me and onto the canvas. Like I can trap them somewhere outside of myself, at least for a little while. But they come back over and over again, so I keep painting. You know, you could gain a real following if you ever posted these online. Just saying. Nah, I think I'm okay sticking to sparsely populated late night live streams. That's all the social media I can handle. I don't know how you do it, Stella. Having it to exist in front of all those people all the time. Knowing some version of your life is in their heads, knowing they expect something out of you that you might not be able to give them. Okay, but if the only time you ever put your art on display is live stream during go hours, when am I going to be able to see what you've been working on? Tell you what, when I die, I'll leave you my paintings, then you can see them. And maybe they'll be worth millions since I'll be dead. I'll be able to rest easy knowing someone had retroactively given my life value. What are you sick with? Sorry, Reese, Karen is pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. You're so macabre. Reese, you make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me, my future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box, just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dan, Reese, I know I may be a goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art, I'm doing fine, really. True, we'll all join the worms one day. We just got to make the best of what we got. See, Kyron gets me. Stella, maybe it was a mistake to get these two together. Dinner's gotta be ready by now, right? Almost on cue, Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table! Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing the germs. Sure thing, Doc. Not you saying anything here. It's probably best just to silently comply. You make your way towards the sink, but you are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it. Something dark and cold. Something that reminds you of the dusty tunnels you narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum just beyond you hearing fills the air, and you feel strange. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Before you know it, the doorknob is turning in your hand, your heart full of both deep dread and compulsive need to know what might be on the other side. What do you think you're doing? Well, I'm looking for the bathroom. So you passed by the open door that's clearly bathroom and went snooping around. Come on, get washed up. Everyone's waiting for you. You won't let her interrupt you. You need to know what's behind the door. Oh no, you don't. Come on, wash your hands and sit down. She grabs you by the shoulder, yanking you away. You do as she says, cleaning up under her watchful eyes and allowing yourself to be ushered back to the table away from the door. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it at the dinner scene. You guys must have an amazing day further. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. I appreciate everybody that's subscribed so far, and I appreciate everybody watching my videos. It really makes me very happy. If there's any tips, tricks, anything like that you can give me, it would be awesome. I like the feedback, even if it is constructive criticism. Anyway, cheers for now, guys.